Okay. Do we want to go over what happened last session?
Sure.
Okay, we can probably do it character by character. Nystaya, we want to start with your... what happened to you last session?
It did happen to me last session. So I got the shit kicked out of me.
Mm-hmm. You took your...
So yeah, I took him to like an underground fight pit, I guess I'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to look big in front of him because he was fascinated, and I was like, yo, let me score some brownie points. And fucking, what was his name? Davis or...
Yeah.
Fucking Davis. And he managed to get under her skin and just knock her out right at the end. And then Angel Boy went all angelly and brought her back to the inn where drunk Samrio was like, are you two together? Are you two together? Are you two together? All the time.
Could you shut up about it?
And she wasn't awake to be in that embarrassing situation, so I guess. And then at the end, a bunch of like guardians, right? They showed up and were like, Rath, we're arresting you because of something that Nystaya did that they don't know.
All right, and then for Samrio?
Yeah, Samrio went out to the Angel's Rest to get drunk after learning that his not really ex-wife, showed up and somehow managed to befriend his current wife. So he was over there drinking and then learned that Moneybags, Misty, and Claudia are like plotting something. He's not exactly sure what with the Demon's Ruin Inn. So drunk Samrio stumbles back to the bar and tells Rath and Nystaya that. And then proceeds to try to embarrass Nystaya.
Mm-hmm. And then for Rath?
I got Wilfred set up with a disguise. We knocked over a couple mages places. One at the academy, one a summoner. Summoner, I got some info that, was concerning, about whoever set up the guardian down in the dungeon. So that's an unknown threat. And then I got arrested for something that Nystaya did.
Yep. So it's not a terrible place
and
to...
you're on mute.
So it's not a terrible place to pick it up. So you got you at the Guardian station, one that's not terribly far from the Demon's Ruin. And Enzo Davia, who had arrested you, sitting across from you. We had 6 of our guardians sent to watch the Demon's Ruin Inn. Were given magical drugs, which caused them to fall asleep.
You know that I have no magic, and at best, I was always a war wizard. If I wanted them out of the bar and I still had my magic, I would have removed them. Or vendetta against the inn. It's starting to upset me.
Which point his eyes start to narrow a little bit, and since this is the new one, this is a new Doom pool, so it's fairly low, up 16, D4 effect. His eyes get sort of a little narrow. He goes, yes, you are a war wizard, and yes, your magic may be gone. However, There's not a mage I've ever met who doesn't have a number of tricks up their sleeves, potions or other things that you might have had. So my guess is if you didn't do it, you are very much aware of who did. Because of everybody at the Demon's Ruin, you are the most logical person to go to for any sort of magic that might have done this to them.
What's his rank?
He is. He's the captain of this substation.
Mm. Like how you've achieved the role of captain speaks to how woefully underpowered the Guardians are. We need to place your ire elsewhere, or you will be talking to some of my friends. Perhaps you want the city council member. Did we mention a city council member in charge of the Guardians? I don't think so.
There was the one that I have to go back to get his name, but there's the one that the proprietor talked to. City council. It's Pascal, maybe. There's at least a member of the Guardians that the proprietor had spoken with. I have to look up his name, but you can say his.
Like, perhaps I could get, blah, interested in your actions. Sure, he'd love to see why this post is as shabby as it is.
Great, make your roll for intimidation.
Okay, so my experience is command respect. Respect my authority. So attention, relationship. I'm going to say the proprietor, because I'm leveraging the proprietor's, like, the feud that they have with him. Mm-hmm. And I still think he has my best interests at heart for some reason. And then I'm using my connected to drop a name and try and intimidate him with it. Dice. Ooh, crappy. Let's see. Choose best total. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember how to do this on this thing. Check dice or total. Check dice is effect. I don't know where that put anything, but it's a 12 and a D10.
Okay. Against a 16, so you failed. Oh, that I forgot to use. You had a D10 secure, which I forgot to use. But
did you roll?
Yeah, I rolled a 16 with a D4 effect.
Maybe I'm not connected to the right dice table.
It should be, because yeah, it just your 12 just showed up. Do you look at the pass rolls?
Oh, it's just very delayed.
Oh, okay.
Wait, like once you click keep results, that's when it pops up down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay.
Yeah, so if you hit keep results, yeah, it pops up down there. So yeah, so he had the 16 as he kind of sits back and just sort of smiles at you. Because you realize the city council has been unhappy, not only with the number of incidents that's happened at the Demon's Ruin, but the fact that you punted one of our people across the street, and now Guardians have been poisoned. I'll take D4 afraid on this one. He goes, I don't think you're in a position to start trying to hold city council members over my head.
Like, we'll see about that.
Somebody comes in, knock on the door. Goes, yes. They come in, they start handing him a scroll, and he places it in front of you. It is a warrant to search through your office and home, particularly looking for any sort of magics that might be used to knock somebody out. And with it, he goes, you'll stay with us until we've requisitioned one of the wizards to come here, to come through and check things, to check through it. We've actually, because of your position and because of your knowledge, we've actually called in a member of the Order.
And who would that be?
At which point...
At what point will I be able to have my counsel present?
He goes, do you have yourself a lawyer?
I will spend a plot point to Rue. I know a guy.
Okay.
And I think it'll be... let's see. Let's go for Guardian names. High Magistrate Werner.
Okay. So let me...
He's currently a judge, like on one of the high courts, but he was someone that, I used to adventure with.
Okay, he's got...
He was a cleric of, one of the, Storm or, one of the law and, justice clerics.
Mm-hmm.
At the Forgotten Realm Pantheon. Forgotten Realm Pantheon. Justice. Here.
We've had a... Oh, where did you typed in?
Oh, sorry.
Or is that into...
I don't know where I typed anything.
Okay. So happens a member of your order came to us once he found out about the problems going on at the Demon's Ruin Inn and offered to help if possible. A man named Pellis.
Pellis has been trying to discredit my husband for a number of months, possibly years.
Then you should hope you're above reproach, shouldn't you?
And since I am not part of the Mystaran Order, perhaps you should have chosen someone more qualified.
A hard time finding someone more qualified than someone who sits on the High Council of the Mystaran Order when it comes to knowing what magical items and potions might do what.
I will... According to the Guardian's Code, I have the option to request that my counsel be present at any warrant issuance.
And they shall. Give us a name and we'll send for them.
High Magistrate Werner, Cleric of Tyr.
High Magistrate Werner. Very well. We shall call them. Oh, and how do you spell Werner?
B-E-R-N-E-R. He's the judge of the High Court.
Okay.
He will be appropriately put out by this.
Okay. So it sort of nods, and we cut back to the inn. Well, the number of guardians at the inn has doubled from what it was earlier, and they also have come with their own water skins and other things. They're not taking from the inn itself at this point. So I believe we've got Nystaya awake.
Yep.
All right. So you and Samrio, what are you two doing?
I tell Nystaya, I said, I don't think we have enough sleeping potion for all these guardians.
How loudly?
I don't know. I mean, I'm drunk, so.
Does anyone overhear that?
Tell you what, this would be kind of fun. Do you want it to be overheard, or do you want to see if you, because they're listening and paying attention? you want to see if you say it softly enough not to be heard?
Sure. Do I have to roll something?
Yeah, I would go ahead and make. So you've still got your D6 insecure, so I'll use that. I'll go ahead and roll. What I've got: D6 insecure and the current doom pool. Oh shit! I have a 20.
The most observant fucking guardians.
Let's see. I'll roll attention.
Maybe I won't be in prison that long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to tell you the truth, the potions weren't yours, were they, Rath?
No.
Were they like behind the bar?
Yeah, I literally just went behind the bar.
Yeah. It's just when you have an X-Mage there and there was something magical, like he's clearly going to be.
Yeah, I think this is like something we use in mixers, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'll roll a D8 for Nystaya. I guess it wouldn't really matter what I pick because I cannot beat it. Let's see. Do I still roll either way?
Yeah, because some of that will depend on how much, what size stress you take.
Okay. And then I'll roll. Yeah, I guess I'll just roll smartass since I'm being a smartass anyways. That's a D6, a D8, or 2D6s and D8. Move all dice. 2D6s, D8. Roll. Oh yeah. That's total. That's
Take yourself a plot point.
all right.
All right, so you have a 7 against their 20.
Yikes.
Which will actually take that D6. We'll take that up to a D8 and then a D10. Let's go ahead. Not insecure. Let's go ahead and put that on afraid. After you say it, there's a guardian claps a hand on your shoulder.
Am I putting a D10 in afraid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Claps a hand on your shoulder and just goes, "Not enough sleeping potions for the rest of the guardians." Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the drink. We got a drink called the sleeping potion. You want to try it?
Just turns and looks at the rest of the guys and goes, "Turns out they have a drink called the sleeping potion. That they don't have enough for all of us." And you see a bunch of the guardians start walking towards you two. You've got a group about 5 or 6. There's others still sort of spread throughout the bar. He goes, "You think it's funny that you poisoned members of the Guardians?"
This is a bar. We poison everybody. I can't help it if the guards can't handle their liquor.
God, we are so dead.
This way they all just sort of look at each other and goes, "It sounds like an arrestable action to me. Where are the sleeping potions at?"
I'll make you one. You want to try it?
Nystaya's just got her head in her hand. And she's like, "Oh, God."
I want to run behind the bar and just make like the strongest drink I know how to make.
Okay, as you start to run behind the bar, he's the one who's going to try to grab you and stop you from going because he's the one who had hand on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you're trying to get past him as he's trying to push you back down onto the seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like drunk dodge the grab.
Oh, resisting arrest onto it as well. Great.
I'm gonna add so many of these things. Let me double check. So 2d10 plus a d8 plus I'll go ahead and use your 1, 2 plus your insecure, or you're rather afraid, as you are not making. I do have a d10 if someone wants to buy that off.
We start with 2 for a session.
Yeah. I have a
I'll do it
12 with
first.
a
So
D8
3.
effect.
I'll buy it off. Screw it.
Okay, so one of the D10s is gone.
All right. I think I'm gonna do. So my loyalty is doing the same job every day. So this is like something I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize like loyalty doesn't really fit into this, but like as far as my description fits into this, does that make a difference?
Oh, what's your the description's the biggest thing. What's the you do the same job every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Because this is something I do. I make drinks every day, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Like, when in doubt, go bartender.
Yeah.
That's what I know how to do.
I don't think any of my relationships fit in here. Let's see. I'm gonna roll not born yesterday because I know the guardians are gonna try to grab me because they're assholes like that. So that's a D10, and then I'll roll the ruins in. And plot points. Trying to see what I could do to. What are my plot points? So a plot point allows me to add another trait to the roll, right?
Yep.
What is a trait? Is that a
Like
value?
like a distinct, not a value or a relationship, but like a distinction or ability or power, something like that.
Yeah, I think I'll throw on my smartass because I'm definitely being a smartass. So that's 2d10s, d6, and plot point. Where is my tab? I tied it. Check dice or total, and then effect.
Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't roll my other. No, I didn't. I didn't roll my other d6 for the ruins in. Do I go ahead and roll that afterwards, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that the 2d6 for the inn,
Yeah.
because that gets added on top of it.
Okay, let me just roll check dice. So that'd be an extra 6.
Okay. So yeah, as you slip past, that gives you a total of 18. Okay, so that gives you 18 as you slip back behind. Let me remove these. Wait, hey, get back here! And then one of the guards there kind of looks and goes, "This looks like resisting arrest to me." Oh, rolled a 1 on the D8.
You never stated I was under arrest. You just said it was a arrestable offense. I'm just like pouring shit in glasses and tumblers and making the most disgusting alcoholic concoction.
I'm gonna give the guardians. I'm assuming probably a D10 angry on theirs. Makes sense.
Okay.
Is that what you want for yours?
What, I get to pick for them?
Yeah, as far as where it goes, but that's the one that like exhausted or insecure doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, they're not gonna be afraid or injured. Yeah.
Unless you went and grabbed something that looked like it might explode. Like,
No. I'm just that's fine. Angry's fine.
yeah. So as you sort of rush behind, like they are getting pissed. Nystaya.
So Nystaya's been sitting there, and you know how there's like a little demon and angel that pop up on people's shoulders. Two little demons pop up on her shoulders, and one of them's like, "Just keep your mouth shut. It seems like everyone else is going to get in trouble for this. This is fine." And then the other one is like, "Yo, but how do we impress that angel boy though? He is what are angels like? He seemed to be into punching people, but you fucked that up. Don't angels like benevolent things? And the other demon's like, what does benevolence mean? And she's like, oh god. Wait, did the angel leave?
Yeah, I think they sent him off. He said he would come back.
Okay. She's like, okay, benevolence. And she slowly stands up and puts her hands up and just says very loudly, I did it!
And the one sort of turning, like, the other thing you notice is right as you're about to do this, you have seen Guardians essentially ready to get brutal on somebody. And it looks like it's going sort of towards that. So are you trying to defuse the situation with I did it, or?
She is trying to be like, yo, I'm the guilty party here, no one else has to get in trouble for this. Guys, please. Just arrest me, leave everyone else alone.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
I'll fucking thrive in prison, fuck all of you.
I ain't afraid of prison! Yeah, so this moment where they all sort of turn and look just absolutely pissed, and goes, one kind of closest to you goes, you want to say that again?
I made all the Guardians fall asleep because I drugged them because I thought it would be funny, okay?
Okay, so this is
Arrest me. And she like holds out her arms.
This is what I'm going to do for them. Right now, give yourself a plot point.
Cool.
They are sort of with the angry and such that they have got. That plot point is they're going to be using their own D10 for anger.
Okay. Police
So
brutality.
basically, I want to see whether if you want to diffuse it or if they start going into the fight. And then, whoops, let me that one. D8. And then you've also got you still have a D10 from last time.
For angry, yeah. Oh,
Yep.
Should I step that down or?
Oh, did you not step it down last time?
I didn't know if I should do it at the end or the start of the session. I guess it doesn't matter, but
You can.
it's a TA.
Yeah, go ahead and step it down if you didn't last time. I'm gonna step. Okay. So, one of those D10s got a 1. That would get check for effect. I have a 14 with a D10 result. As they sort of turn, again, looking absolutely pissed. Like, you're the one who poisoned our friends.
I mean, poison's a strong word. I made them sleep a little while.
They start to kind of
yes,
one of
I
them
did.
cracks his knuckles. Goes, you also kicked one of our people across the street, if I remember.
And she like looks down slightly. It's like, oh fuck, yes, I did. But that's been dealt with. So technically, you can't arrest me for something that twice or whatever. That looks over at separate. That's the law, right? That's the thing.
Fantasy double jeopardy, right?
Yeah.
At which point do you see two of them kind of coming to grab you? So at this point, it sort of depends on what you do when you make your roll. They've got a 14 with a D10 effect. They are willing to like move this up into angry or into a fight. You could, if you succeed, turn it into where you stop them from what you just said, or if you would like fuck it, let's make this a thing. You could do that as well.
I'm going to challenge what is love.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Because she's
Because
doing
you don't want to be hurt.
She's doing something out of she's doing this because she feels something for another person, and so she feels like she might starting to understand what that is. So
Love is wanting to not start a fight for somebody.
yeah, I'm doing this for a boy I like. So did you keep the results on that? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Move on die. So 3d4, my favorite.
Oh.
Oh, I'm also doing this for Samrio as well because I don't want Samrio to get in trouble because he's just a pretty cool guy just looking out for his family. So that's another d4.
I see where Rath ranks in this.
Gotta start bringing up those relationships.
Can I do this for more than two relationships, or can I only include one relationship?
I believe it's just the one relationship.
Okay, yeah.
Double check.
No. Fuck Rath. This is for Samrio. Is this daring?
Well, yeah, you just admitted. Yeah, I did all that. I'm sorry.
Cool. So that's a d6. I am so fucked.
Like, this is all the stuff I'm not good at.
Listen, she's a demon. She doesn't know what loyalty or love or relationships are. Extras or look.
Actually, you can use more than one. I mean, it says attributes, other powers. So yeah, you would be able to use another one of your traits.
Can I challenge? Can I challenge two things at the same time?
That sounds interesting. Yeah.
Cool. So actually, yep. Hold on, wait. So I'm going to challenge my opinion that Rath is a creepy old man. Because that he didn't rat on me, so my opinions are changing about him.
Okay.
I have no idea what they're going to. I'm going to highlight and then love highlight.
I remember to put both of what the current level is of those challenges into your growth pool.
Oh, 2d4. So wait, yep, that's another 3d4. Yikes.
They're gonna get so many opportunities from this. You're gonna get so many plot points, and the Doom pool is gonna grow by many d4.
Well, you can combine those d4 to pop up something else.
Can I use an extra location here? I mean, I'm in the Demon's Ruin Inn, but
Did Samrio use that once, or?
Yeah, I use it so you get.
So yeah, you'd be able to
1d6.
roll one.
Okay. I have to spend a pop point on that, right? Or do I?
No, it's one you already have, right?
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's another 1d4. I'm just saying right now, this is my favorite roll I've ever done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 d4.
Jesus Christ!
There's fuck all else I can add here. Yeah, I'm so fucked. Roll all dice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 ones.
I took a screenshot of it just so we have.
The stream will like that.
Do I get 4 plot points from that, or do I just get 1?
I believe technically you just get 1 because
It's 1 per one you buy. So you can buy more than one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would say yeah. Go ahead, and take 4. I will. So I'll do this. I can go buy a D4, turn it into a D6, D8, and then up to D10. Yeah. Yeah. So I go ahead. Yeah, take 4.
My total is 6.
Well, so a 6, yeah, that take that D10 up to a D12. Let's go ahead and apply that D12 to your We'll go insecure.
Cool.
As they start to come, two of them grab you by the arm and they sort of spin you and pin you kind of against the bar. And while normally you're someone who's in for a fight, you just kind of got your ass handed to you at a time when you didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to be a little bit, like a little less sure of yourself. As he is kind of pin you there and goes, "This seems like resistant arrest to me."
I yell out, hey, there's no reason for all that. Look, I got the sleep potion done. Who wants it?
I think she calls over and says, Samrio, you've done such a good job. You should have it.
I really don't need it. It's got fairy dust schnapps in it. Who wants it?
Can I have it?
So at this
I'll
point,
put a straw on it.
one of them pulls back a fist,
Oh God.
and I think what's your highest stress? D10.
12.
Pulls back a fist and then goes to punch Nystaya.
Perfect.
Then there's something like I don't know if Samrio was using that to try to catch their attention before the fight. If you wanted to try to be,
Yeah, I was trying to ease the tension of the situation because they were being so rough.
okay, so yeah, they've got a 16 with a D12 effect. If you want to, if you want to try to interfere there.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so gonna get pummeled.
I'm just gonna roll with honesty because I'm speaking the truth, even if it hurts, and it might hurt Nystaya here in a second.
And actually, I'm going to do something. I'm going to step down because if it's rolling against you, I would have had a D10 instead of a D12. Since the D12 and some of those were pretty low, I'll just step down that. So it'll be a D10 effect.
So it's a 16 with a D10 effect.
Cool, you're gonna get pushed as well.
Yeah. Because they could basically punch her once or twice, but not actually add to her things while they are scaring the shit out of you.
Honesty. Nystaya, it's a D8, so it's 2 D8s. Likeable, it's another D8. I'm gonna use a D4 for my prestidigitation. I'm gonna make the drink all sparkly to maybe bring their eyes over to it, like it's super bubbly and sparkly.
What's this?
Yeah. So 2 D8s, or actually 3 D8s and a D4. Roll all dice. Oh, there's a 1 in there. A plot point for that. So, no, it's a 9 with a D4 effect.
Okay. So a 9 against their 16. So that'll take that D10 up to a D12. At this point, as they've kind of gotten Nystaya there, they're kind of about ready to throw the punch. One of them actually leaps across the bar and knocks the one out of your hand.
I worked hard on that.
to sort of shatter. Yeah. Why don't you take a D12? You want to take angry on that one?
I take a D12
Yeah.
and angry. Sure.
As it knocks it out of his hand and kind of grabs you. It's like, I think these two are getting arrested.
I think you're an asshole.
Samrio, just. Hey, listen. If you say I'm resisting arrest, can I actually resist arrest?
Do you say that, or?
Yeah, she says that.
So here's the question right now. Right now would be, I'm torn because right now could be a good time for Rath and the others to come in, but also seeing this escalate further. So I'll put it up to y'all. Do you want to see this possible bar fight escalate before Rath and them show up, or during?
I don't know. I kind of like Rath to come in when it's in the middle of a brawl.
The actual brawl starting.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, Nystaya, what'd you say again?
She says, "Yo, if you're saying I'm resisting arrest, can I actually resist arrest?"
And the who they're kind of holding goes, "I would love it if you would."
Oh, good.
Don't tell her that.
Plot point, plot point, plot point. Tunk, 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 tunk.
Let's actually fucking go. Cool. So am I? Yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, are you rolling, or are you just spending plot points to literally boot them out of the scene?
Bit of both. She does actually want to get arrested by the end of this. Let's think about this. Okay, yeah, totally. The person that's like, so how many people are pinning her down right now?
There's 2 on you right now.
2 on me. Okay, yeah. One of those is just getting evicted. Okay, so let's get a dice pool going. Authority, this is still absolutely fuck the police.
I'd rather show the Guardians have a D10 angry on them.
Ooh. So I get the D. Do I have to spend a plot point to get that D10, or can
No.
I just get that? Awesome. I'm also going to spend a plot point to get my D8 angry in on this. This is daring. I am going to spend another plot point to get another D6 because I am super strong. Oh yes, I'm spending a special effect. So basically, when he says, "I'd love to see you try," her tail wraps around the bar stool, and she is going to wield it like a weapon and get a D8 useful detail. So it's just going to come around on this guy's head. I can't use extras and locations anymore, right? At all.
Yeah, well, you can't use the Demon's Ruin has been used twice, so it's now done.
Okay. Does that? Oh, so does that own? So when extras and locations are used, does it count for all extras and locations, or just one? Or
Just
one?
for that particular one.
Okay. Well, that was the one that was important, I guess. I'm trying to do this so Samrio doesn't also. All attention gets on me, and so Samrio doesn't get fucked up. So I'm spending my relationship there.
I need to be a big enough threat that they leave Samrio alone.
Yeah. Okay, so I have athletic fast here, but there's a D8 special trigger on that says earn a plot point when you choose to use brute force instead of force. Would that cancel out on me using athletic fast, or do I still get to use that?
Well, you get to use your athletics. It means you also get like a plot point for it.
Cool.
It's when you use athletics.
I'm gonna spend a plot point to absolutely use athletic. How many distinctions can I just spend plot point after plot point on distinctions?
Yeah, I think you can spend. You can spend those.
You have a few back in case you want to add dice to your pool, or add dice to the total as opposed to your pool.
Yeah. And I'm totally using my shadow ability to sort of be slippery and get the fuck out. Cool. That's all my plot points spent. Using brute force here to kick the shit out of them. Roll.
I love how you earned all those plot points getting into the situation.
Yeah.
Getting all the plot points to get out of it.
That is not good. Well, what did they get? Hold on.
I haven't rolled for them yet because you were the aggressor.
I choose the best. Yes.
Now remember, if you have some extra plot points, what you can do is add extra dice to your total.
Yes. Do I have to do that now before you roll, or?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use that for. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 2 6s there, and then add a 5 instead of the third 6 because I want that D12 effect real bad. Okay, so 12 plus 5.
And if you're adding extra, like you remember to click on one and put check dice are total.
I see. Where is that?
It's bottom of where it says for check dice.
There you go. Okay, cool. And then check dice are effect. Cool. So total 17, effect D12.
Okay, so you used your angry already.
Yeah, I used it to turn it against them.
Okay, so for them, they'll be able to use your insecure. So you have a 17. Remove all dice. 2d10. Oh, got a 1 on a d8.
Ooh.
So
That means I can buy it off.
Does that mean I step it up and just wipe them out?
Yep. Does someone want to buy off that d8?
Yeah, I'll buy it off.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, we got to do this against the Guardians. Tell me what you do to the Guardians as you collectively kick their ass.
So, yeah, so it's like, oh, I would love to see you try. And she gets like a smile on her face. It's like, oh, good. And so her tail like wraps around the bar stool. She spins it around and like knocks him the fuck off. And with the other guy, she just like turns around and punches him so hard that I imagine he gets like. So where's Rath right now?
Not here yet. On his way. He'll be here shortly.
But
We'll
like,
probably be in the street when things kind of start flying out.
Yeah.
yeah, because you
When
probably
Guardians
see,
start flying out the door again.
yeah, I was gonna say, oh no, it's out the window this time. So one of the Guardians just gets absolutely knocked out the window, and then she like wipes like her like brow slightly, and is just like at the other ones, and just raises her fists while still holding the bar stool, and it's just like doing like the let's go like motion with her hands. And then it's probably like the camera probably turns to Samrio, who's looking on, just as like the horrific noises of these guys getting
Every strike is followed by profanity from Samrio. Shit! Damn it! Because like he's just thinking about the future.
yeah.
I don't know if any of you are aware that it's kind of an obscure thing, but there was a comic panel from I don't know if it was Avengers or what it was, where it literally like there's a fight happening and it cuts to everyone else looking. It's like, oh my god, he tore him inside out. It's basically them narrating the fight because they actually can't show it because of the comics code.
Yeah. And then it cuts back to her having kicked the shit out of all of them, and I think she just like puts the bar stool down, sits on it, and then puts her hands back up again like I surrender.
Yeah. So as you kind of put your hands back up, and as you look around, the other Guardians that had leaped in are now sort of either unconscious on the floor out in the street or like groaning and in quite a bit of pain. As Rath, you see the first few like come flying through the windows, and you're just with
My eyebrow goes up,
yeah, you're not with a larger group because they figured, well, they've already got all the people there at the inn. All they're going to need is Really?
I imagine it's Enzo, maybe Pellis,
Yep.
the magistrate Werner,
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Yeah, I mean, granted, like...
and maybe
decent
like
amount of
one
firepower,
other guard.
Yeah, it says you're coming... And you kind of look in and you see all the other... Like, the other patrons of the inn are just all, like, shocked and looking at Nystaya, who's sort of sitting in the middle of all this carnage, hands up, and Samrio's behind the bar.
Yeah, I'm behind the bar holding a fizzy, sparkly drink that's like half spilled over. And I'm like standing there in shock, and I'm like, Nystaya.
Enzo's like, what the hell happened here?
Nystaya, I think you should run.
They said I was resisting arrest, so I resisted arrest. Listen, I was the one who did the sleeping potion stuff. Arrest me. I resisted arrest, but yeah, I'll come in now. They were way too strong for me, so I'm giving up.
He sort of looks at just all the people sort of around you, and Rath, you like both Pellis and Werner, you can kind of like feel them next to you, sort of pulling up power, just in case something goes bad here, because they're just looking around like shit's happened.
I turn. I'm like, Werner, does that qualify as grounds for invalidation of the warrant?
Just the fact that she just, or to look. So yeah, we'll say Enzo at this point sort of hears you and turns and goes, then turns back and goes, "Where did you get the sleeping potion from?"
Did Nystaya hear that?
Yeah.
There's
Because he said it
loads
to you.
in the back. Look, listen. If you serve undead or like really strange non-human patrons, you've got to find some weird shit to give them, right? And then she looks at all the guardians and says, "Hey, listen, if I'm better than the guardians, can I become a... You guys need some new guardians. These guys aren't very good. I should become a guardian."
Enzo's jaw is set. And he just sort of looks at it, without even turning around, just goes, "Rath Condonalis, we now have a confession. We will no longer need to search your things. Hi, Magistrate Werner, Pellis, I apologize."
I wink at Pellis.
And Pellis looks pissed. There's just a point, like, he was sort of hoping it would come back to you. And then Enzo looks over to Nystaya. He's like, "I'm placing you under arrest by dint of the Guardians," and sort of looks around again. All these, it's like, there's gonna be a lot of charges. Are you coming peacefully?
Yep, I'm coming peacefully. You guys are way too good for me.
He sort of turns and goes, looks over at Werner, and like, as he sort of turns, you're in a good place, Rath, to see some of the panic in Enzo's eyes, as it just goes, "Will the two of you under bond help us take the prisoner back?" Yeah. You see him like slump just a little bit, like, and he sort of turns and like, "If you'll come with us."
She looks over at Samrio and says, "This is what benevolence is, right?"
That's Samrio's reaction. No, I think you might want to read the definition.
God, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, at which point they take Nystaya away, leaving Rath, and like basically the other patrons are all leaving very quickly, because shit just went down, and the two of you are there. Some of the adventurers have kind of come out to see what happens, and they are already like using some minor spells and such to repair the windows. Sort of one of them just sort of looks and goes, "Not cool that they took Nystaya. Guardians get too full of their own power. Someone should have beat the shit out of them a long time ago."
Yeah, they deserved it. Shit. Is there a cleric in here that can heal some of these guys to get them off the damn floor?
Yeah, they come and they start to just like lay on hands and
Like, Samrio, you might want to quietly or quickly shut the bar down, because I would assume the rest of the Guardians will be here shortly.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. All right, folks, last call.
And I'll give you time to sober up.
Oh yeah, it's just good. There's a paladin who was back there who kind of saw parts of the end of it, and as he's going through, like laying on hands, and you should tell him, like, this is not how you treat someone that you might be arresting. You swore an oath. You should be better than this. Is going around like laying on hands, but also like chewing out the people he's doing that to.
Damn waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say, yeah, I should sober up, I'm like, I'm sober. I'm like still sipping on a drink.
Like this much adrenaline, it'll be a while before I'm drunk. All right, what do you two do after you close down the bar?
What the hell are we going to do about these freaking Guardians? And on top of that shit with Claudia and freaking Moneybags.
If I said it was around, I would hope he would solve this, but I haven't seen him in the last 3 days.
Yeah, where the hell is the boss? Jeez. Ugh.
He sometimes disappears for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like something that happens. We're probably kind of used to it, but like, never when like something like this happened.
Yeah. It's like he's in Chicago.
So I think. Wait, what was the reason the Guardians were there in the first place?
In the first place, because Nystaya had
Chris,
punted someone across.
someone on the council wants the bar shut down. You were saying something about Misty and Clouda maybe being involved.
Yeah, I think I'll be like, well, maybe the Guardian.
Bottom of this.
Yeah, maybe the Guardian presence won't be a big deal now that they have their demon. But we really need to like figure out what the hell's going on with the Angel's Rest.
Like, I mean, Misty's always been a rival in the information business, but I can't imagine our petty feud resulting in her trying to shut this place down. Didn't you say they wanted to take it over?
I don't know. It's just they got some. They didn't tell me anything. Just that, you know, if I needed a job to come work for them, so I guess maybe they want to shut it down or monopolize the dungeons. I don't know. Misty's a pain in the ass, anyways.
Am I?
What?
I look over at Misty.
Yeah, she's just over the door, sort of just leaning in.
You proved my point, Misty.
Heard some trouble across the way. Thought I'd pop in to see what happens, and look at all of this. Closed a little early, aren't you?
No. Misty, do you want a fairy dust peppermint schnapps? I already have it on the counter.
Sure. Walks over, takes it. It's a bit of a drink.
So what's your role in this, Misty?
Sort of smiles, and looking around, and goes,
Besides observer.
do I have to have a bigger role than observer? This is...
Like, I've known you long enough.
Yeah.
You've never been a threat to my information game, but...
Well, no one knows the dungeon.
I still understand you could be a threat.
Just very few know the dungeons better than you, and that's why I'm saying that I wouldn't mind keeping both of you on when we make our move.
Hell is your move, Misty?
Well, let's look over what's happened in the past few weeks. Nystaya punts a guardian out of the doors across the street, which causes guardians to show up. Apparently, you sleep potioned a bunch of guardians.
I started giggling.
And she goes, I don't know what happened here, but we heard the fight. we saw a bunch of bruised and battered guardians walking out, so it sounds like I didn't have to do much of anything to help this all crumble. How well do you think this is going to go over the city council?
I think it could go over very well if we, as we will carefully illustrate, that it was the fault of one rogue employee.
So you're going to offer up Nystaya to the hungry masses?
She was the one who punted the Guardian out. She just confessed to giving the Guardian sleep potions. And, I look at Samrio, look at his hands. I'm like, and it appears that Samrio had nothing to do with this fight.
I was making drinks. They were being assholes. Which I'm going to file a formal complaint with the council.
Okay, so you offer up Nystaya. She gets thrown to the wolves. However, that still means a half-demon did all of this damage. We have her stepfather, who owns the place, also a demon.
Are you being racist, Misty?
She certainly is.
Demons have a violent side. That is well known and documented.
Yeah, but controlling that violent side is one thing. And Nystaya's already turned herself in to pay the price for those mistakes.
Kind of takes more of the drink and goes, so she controlled it quite well, did she?
Yeah. The brutality you saw is 50% the guard's fault.
Well, because here's the beautiful thing. I had so many ideas on how to disrupt all of this, and I didn't have to do any of them. You did it all for me. Beautiful, in a sense.
You're a bitch, Misty. What the hell has Claudia got to do with any of this?
Well, I was going to be working with Claudia. She had...
Associated with the Banshee? I mean, aren't Banshees... Well, they're certainly not... I wouldn't consider them violent, but... well, their only job is undead killers.
Well, Claudia is a, ruler of one of the... Try that. I don't say thieves guild, but that's the wrong term. Claudia's a crime lord. Claudia's an up-and-coming crime lord here in the city, and she can use a bigger base of power. And, well, we had set a little time bomb with you and your family, but we barely had to set Arcesius off. And that wasn't a whole lot to do.
You stay away from my family, Misty. Don't ever bring my family into this shit again.
I'm not the one that placed her with it. Claudia came and talked to me, knowing about the problem after she had got that set up. Arcesius will not be coming back to your family. You may or may not know he's a certain type of hollowed that is often killed quite soon in his tribe, or with his people. He's able to manipulate emotions and motivations. They can make great leaders or psychotic killers. But we didn't need him. We just needed to wait. Job offer's still on the table. I know you're angry right now, but I think you'll find working with me is actually a pretty good thing, Sam.
I remove the glass from in front of her. I'm like, you're cut off. Loudly throw it over by the sink.
Keep it in mind. I wouldn't mind hiring the two of you. Nystaya, on the other hand, if she ever gets out of prison, well, we're not really going to be able to do a whole lot for her. Wouldn't want to have another fight take place.
I think you should go.
Smiles and walks away.
I put a bottle of liquor on the bar and pour myself a drink.
I slide over a glass.
Yeah, I pour yours. It's been a fucked up day.
This is going to be a complicated mess to deal with.
I don't even know where to start. I don't think they have any clout to shut us down. Do you?
They certainly have someone on the council pulling strings.
Well, we gotta figure out who the hell that is.
Like, I can see about meeting with them, but I don't want... Right now, Nystaya is facing severe penalties. And I'm not sure how to get her out of it.
Yeah.
While also placing the blame solely on her so that the proprietor doesn't lose his business.
You need a crackshot lawyer.
Like, I don't know if the magistrate would be interested in taking on this case, but he does owe me favors, and I'm sure I can pay him appropriately.
Wait, I think I got it. I think I got something we can do. We can get Ronan to play some gigs at the Angel's Rest and spy on them for us.
I was gonna say, and
I
maybe
lean in.
tell leave.
Is that safe?
I mean, probably not. Clouder knows Ronan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Sorry, I'm still shit-faced.
Didn't he already get in trouble with Clara?
Yeah, Kendi, your sister's gonna kill me even more. So, by the way, your sister is freaking
Yes.
driving me insane with Marion being here.
Just then you hear, because as I recall, you live like right next door, right?
It's like a couple blocks away. It's not very far.
Okay. Yeah. You hear, really? Is that what we do?
I didn't know I was so magical. I could just summon people with my voice.
And Nystaya.
Cool. Hello.
Okay, they've if you don't do anything, they take you to they put you in a cell.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, you're in the cell, and as they're sort of talking and they sort of leave, Pellis kind of comes back and takes a seat outside of the cell. Goes, you realize there's a number of problems with trying to keep you imprisoned.
Like what?
Well, first of all, how hard would it be for you to just break your way out of here?
I mean, I'm being nice, and I want to add more property damage to my fucking thing.
You are. What do you think the chances are that this works out well for you and for the inn?
I mean, it was just me. No one else did anything. I mean, if I have to confess, I can say that, like, the inn hopefully should be okay.
Well, you realize there are people trying to move against the inn to have you and your stepfather removed from it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have punched a few of them.
A few. Here's the thing. I don't care about you or your stepfather. That's not something that I'm terribly interested in.
Well, I don't even know your name.
I'm Pellis. I'm on the Council of Mystara. What I am interested in is Rath and Adon.
Why are you interested in that asshole?
Smiles and goes, which asshole are you talking about?
The Rath one. I mean, he did marry Rath, so I guess he might be an asshole as well. But
Trust me, they're both assholes, but do you think they're going to stick up for you? Do you think they're going to help you now that you are here?
she shrugs and says, "I honestly didn't think that far."
If we talk, if you're able to help me, get some things on Rath and Adon, I can help you out of this. I might even be able to help square things up with the council.
Again, why are you interested in those two?
Because we have a past. Listen, I want you to think on it a little bit. If you send someone to go to the academy, tell them that Nystaya is asking for Pellis, you'll see me fairly quickly, and I'll be able to intervene.
Right. She leans forward slightly and says, "Did I look badass when you walked in?"
It kind of gets up and turns sort of back. A little bit of a smile kind of crosses his face. He goes, I don't believe I've ever seen someone look as badass while they're sitting on a chair, hands up, surrendering. That's... took some skill.
Cool, thank you.
Remember, think of what you know about Rath, about Adon, what might cause some problems for them, and then get a hold of Pellis at the academy. And I'll be here.
Yes, at the academy.
Okay. As he takes off, Enso comes in, goes, "You need a statement from you?"
I did it.
What did you do?
God, this is... I put a sleeping drug into the Guardian's drink, and I resisted arrest. They said I was resisting arrest before I resisted arrest, which made me resist arrest. So it's kind of on them, really. But yeah, I did. I also resisted arrest. Do they get visitation in prison?
Because, yes, there can be. At this point, he kind of holds up. There's a small gem that he's got. That's and he touches on a thing and says something, and then you kind of hear your voice come out of it. It's actually recorded what you said.
Oh God, does my voice sound like that? Oh God,
it does. So this is the statement that you're giving.
Yep.
All right. This is not probably going to go well for you.
Nope. This fuckers better be grateful.
What might help is if you convince your stepfather to leave. We might be able to let you both go, clear the city, and go about doing whatever demons do.
Oh, that's an idea. Okay, so what if instead of prison, I just lived back down in the dungeon?
That can probably be seen too.
Cool, because then he could visit me whenever he wanted. I mean, I wouldn't even go down very far. I could just be like entry-level bus or something.
Because you know your father would probably be thrown down there with you, so he not only visit you, he could be a part of your life every day.
He didn't do anything. Listen, for as evil and as old as he keeps saying he is, he hasn't actually done that much evil recently.
It's kind of, I kept looking up to him, expecting, "Hey, Dad, when are you going to do evil?" And he just doesn't. Now I'm sad. Yeah, and he just...
Listen, just leave my stepdad alone, and leave Rath and Samrio alone and all that.
The amount of problems it's caused, there's a pretty good chance that your father's going to lose the end.
It was just me. I was the one who did all this stuff. He didn't have a hand in any of it.
Oh, you're going to have to convince, well, people who aren't me about that. Because right now, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a demon being a demon.
What I'm looking at is a human. You are a human, right?
Yes.
Human being racist. It's very weird trying to hold the high ground while behind bars.
Yeah. She stands up and just goes, "We'll talk shortly. Do you have counsel that you need told you're here?"
She blinks a few times and says, "What?"
Do you have a lawyer or someone, a representative, to speak on your behalf?
Oh. Who's good at lawyer? Rath talks a lot. I mean, maybe him.
We'll send a message.
Thank you.
Back at the inn.
Be right back 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, can we take a quick
Bio break?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Okay, we'll take a few. Be back in just a little bit.
I'm back.
I'm here. Spring break is almost over.
Oh no.
Just a kick in the butt. Goes way too fast. So you know when you mean to get a whole bunch of stuff done and then you don't?
How old are the kids that you teach?
I teach high school. I've got mostly seniors.
Mm.
So my acting class or my English classes are seniors, so they're 17, 18, and then my for this semester, acting 1 and creative writing classes are a mix.
God, I don't know if older kids are worse than younger. I can't decide.
Well, there was a point where I had to tell my boss, 'cause I used to have freshmen and seniors.
Hmm.
And I was like, listen, I can do the apathy of the seniors who really stop caring. Like, senioritis sort of starts at September. I'm like, I can handle one or the other. I can't do both.
Yeah.
Like, trying to handle both the seniors not caring and freshmen bouncing off the walls. Like, my big thing is I need to get the seniors graduated, and some of them are really fighting against that. Like, there's just
They're
stuff...
fighting against you, trying to get them graduated.
Kind of. It's like there's stuff that they have to do that they just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And there's some stuff I've got to get them doing shit. So the frustrating thing at this point is just getting them to get stuff in, not just sort of try to do the least amount possible. We had a bunch of the students who didn't want to do anything were complaining about the big project we did at the start, where I took the detective board game and turned it into a project that like did a lot of really great stuff as far as reading comprehension, pulling information from a variety of places, looking below the surface, grabbing actual evidence and having to explain it. Did all of this stuff, but there were so many who just wanted to try to do as little as possible that those are the ones complaining. And some of them have not done it. There's some stuff they've got to do. So, but with the standards-based grading, some of those other things are getting replaced because it's a different style of grading system that we're just now using for the first time. But I'm right now just basically trying to get them graduated and then get to summer.
Yeah.
Because they've got next week, or this coming week is a normal week. The week after that, we actually don't have seniors the Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday because of testing. 1, 2. I mean, they're practically down to about 5 weeks left for the seniors. Did I tell you about the group of senior boys I had last year?
I don't think so.
Single worst group I have ever had. Like, I could feel my blood pressure skyrocket in that class. I hated it. Hated it. And they also, like, there was a couple of them that just would get into arguments on anything, wouldn't listen, and it was just a huge pain in the ass. They did something I've never seen happen before. They're my last class of the day, which sucks because it means the whole day you're like, oh god, this class is coming up and I don't want to deal with them. Like, it's going to be terrible. So, like, the whole day, you're just sort of dreading the end of it happening. So I got worried because I'm like, well, normally, the last day of school for the seniors, they actually let the seniors out, like, partway through the day. Like, they let them out, like, in the middle of one of the classes, primarily so that they're out and they're not, like, causing problems at the end. And I was going to ask about it because they also have like a little picnic that they go to. I was going to ask about it, but I was kind of terrified if I did, it was going to change reality, and then they weren't going to be gone. So the last day they let them out early, and a bunch of the senior boys got into a big group and then just run down the hall screaming, "Fuck you, you a bitch, fuck you." They went all the way down the third floor, which is floor I'm on. Then went down to the second floor and ran all the way down that one. Then ran all the way down the first. Like, I've never seen that happen before. It was just like, grow up. Like, Jesus Christ.
The thing I found when I was when I went to college, and that's 16 to 18 here, was that people matured a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we just I didn't see that anymore. To picture like 18-year-olds and whatever doing that is just insane to me.
Yep. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not sure if you saw my chat message, but I'm back.
Cool. So at this point, let me do that. Yeah, Kindy and what's her name? Mayhem.
Marion.
Remember the name. Because we heard the commotion and a lot of people running, and then heard someone talking about a fight that happens here. She looks around and she goes, "I don't think I've ever seen it close this early."
Yeah, there was a bit of a dust up with Nystaya again.
What did Nystaya do? Or what happened with Nystaya?
Nystaya was just being Nystaya, just on a larger scale because the Guardians were being a-holes.
Where's she at?
Confessed? That is the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time. I mean, her destroying the Guardians, I sort of expected. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. But she confessed to a crime?
So where is she now?
Probably in a cell.
What are you doing about it? Why are you here?
So it was no more than 10 minutes ago. We're trying to weigh our options, and frankly, my brother-in-law here is still quite inebriated, and he needs to come down off of that before we can think clearly.
Just a little bit inebriated.
She's like,
the issue is they're not necessarily after Nystaya, but she's going to be collateral damage. They're after closing down the bar or taking someone else taking it over, because they have a thing against, in theory, the demons.
and we say this in a town where we have a beholder as a crime lord
And a banshee.
and a banshee.
Nothing on a beholder, but still.
Yeah, at that point, she just sort of. Well, what's important is he needs to sober up. You need to figure out what you're doing.
Fine.
Please let the bar have like a drink that they have that specifically is designed to sober people up, and it be a fucking nightmare.
No, we have something better. We have paladins.
Oh god.
Paladin
Yes,
Jameson.
fourth level spell. Sober up.
There was in the old werewolf game. There was like a mother's touch, which was something that the werewolf could have. We had a mixed group of vampires and werewolves, and one of them, every time the Get of Fenris would start to get like hammered, he'd walk over and basically mother's touch him so that all of the drunk went away.
God, that's so malevolent, just like to get rid of someone's buzz all the time.
Mm-hmm. Just to piss him off.
Like, now that the heat is off the two of us, I'm hoping we can sit down and come up with a plan. And I'm actually trying to, I think, comfort Samrio, because he looks like he's, in need of comfort.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off right now.
I'm
and afraid.
D12 pissed off right now.
Like, and if standing around here with alcohol isn't going to help you right now, Samrio. Let's retire to my quarters, my office, and we can work out a plan.
Fine. So much more fun with the drinks,
I
though.
still have some of the healing draughts in there from getting Nystaya back on her feet. Maybe there's something in there that will calm you down.
Is your sister coming with us?
I look over.
And she just goes, "Your wife?"
Of course, dear.
She goes, "You know what? I know you've had a rough night. I'm going to let that one go. We have things we'll end up talking about, but right now, fix this. Get sober. Go with Rath." And she looks over at Rath and is just like, "Fix this."
Thanks for not bringing
I'll do
that
my
other
best.
woman. Kendi.
That other woman?
I'm not going to call her my wife, Kendi.
You could call her Marion.
Fine. Marion.
I'm taking Samrio.
You're like dragging me as I'm
She
like,
goes, "I happen to like Marion. You had a good choice when you married her. You did a bad thing by not telling me about it. Now go, Rath, get him the hell out of here."
I'll allow myself to be pulled forcefully.
As I close the door, I'm like, perhaps you really shouldn't bring that up ever until you sorted it out.
I'm trying to sort all sorts of shit out now. The bar, Nystaya, my love life, my former love life, my kids. Drinking so much easier.
It is, but it's a trap. I went through that phase when I got back. It's certainly not one I want to repeat. You can't do your job if you're drunk.
I don't even know where to start.
Like, I'm not sure either, but we know our problems, and we just need to figure out what order they need to be addressed in.
All right, so I think,
Like, some, going through some of the potions, stuff that, Duelist has given me in the past. I'm like, I set one down. I'm like, no, this one will just put you to sleep. And, grab one. I'm like, take this. This never had effect on my magic, but it always did make me more calm.
yeah, I drink it.
So I want to roll to
Any
get
stress?
rid of his angry stress. I don't know. Do you roll first? Do I roll?
I think he rolls first to set the difficulty.
So I just roll a d12.
No, you roll all of your stress.
You roll all your
Oh,
stress.
all the stress. Okay, so d12, d10, d6.
Thanks.
So do I just keep? Is it all one total or what? Or is
It's a total like normal. You don't have an effect die though.
okay? So
So
yeah,
total.
that's
11.
11. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm rolling my loyalty D4, my Samrio D8, and I'm rolling my. I don't know if I have any of my distinctions. I think I can roll my Tome of Knowledge because there's stuff in there for taking care of various ailments in my past. D4, 2D8, and then I'm going to roll my location, which are going to be both D10s.
It looks like a 12 beats it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually a 15.
Yeah. So
It's 14 with a D10 effect, I think.
okay. Yeah. So the effect won't matter here because it looks like you're getting rid of his.
Angry?
Yeah. So yeah, that D12 will go away and go into your growth pool.
Got it.
I'm like,
Okay. And then Sam, let's know if you're helping Rath with his at all.
it's like you won't want to stand up for about a half hour.
Yeah, I'll
But we can chat during that time.
I'll help out Rath. I'm like, look, oh god,
You get
this stuff's supposed to make you nauseous, or is that the alcohol?
It could be a combination with the alcohol. How much of that fairy dust stuff did you drink?
Too much. Oof, this stuff's sweet and bitter at the same time. It's kind of weird. Freaking fairies, man. Yeah, look, Rath. Damn, I'm starting to feel better already. Look, I know you've been kind of like holed up in here ever since you lost your power. But I think that, you should really just try going back to the what is the council that or the is it like the Mages Circle or something like that?
The Academy, Mages Academy, or
Yeah, the like main
the
mages.
Star Order.
Is that what it is? The main mages around here?
Well, there's the Mages Academy, which is more like the like the scholastic mages, and then there's the people who associate with Nystaya, who's the goddess of magic.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe I'm like pressing towards the Mages Academy and like, look, maybe you should. Sorry if you hear my dog panting real loud. She just ran in from outside.
We just figured it was you.
I'm not that good of a method actor. Yeah, maybe you should think about signing up for the academy again, like starting from scratch.
Like, I'll be honest, I never considered that.
I mean, trying to learn the magic that you knew when you lost it, that's advanced shit, right?
It is, but the academy still is. I don't know if the level of talent I have is enough for them to accept me into the academy. Notwithstanding my, I don't know, leprosy, according to them.
Well, I mean, like, what level of magic do you need to get in the academy?
What is the level of magic you need to get into the academy?
The academy, like there's the academy, and then there's the like higher ups. As far as the academy, even people who have like minor levels, at least to teach them to be able to go ahead and use it responsibly, and also gets it so that they kind of have an eye on it. They kind of encourage anyone who's got any magical ability to be a part of it. Both for training purposes, to find information, that they find out some different types of magic, and also so that they kind of know who has the power.
Like, I mean, I still have at least a touch of the sight.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe that's all you need. I mean, if not, maybe I can
but
show you something. And then, like, as I say that, I use my telekinesis to, like, move one of the bottles. Like, I guess that you had, like, on your table or desk or whatever, and I move it over to me. Maybe that's the first time Raph's actually seen Samrio use a magical ability.
yeah, and my eyes just follow the bottle and then like just follow it forward, onto his face, and I'm just like, if you're trying to reassure me, you're doing a really poor job.
I'm just trying to show you that anybody can do it. Even you. And when I say even you, I mean you're like one of the greatest mages that was known around here. I mean, I remember you as Rath the adventurer, not Rath the mundane brother-in-law. And I think you should go back for that.
Like, I might have a lot more time on my hands if I'm not working here.
Which seems to be
But
where we're headed.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get rid of your insecure at this point.
I roll mine. I have a Walkman 7. Oops.
Beware the 7.
Beware the 7.
You rolled a 7?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
Take away his D4.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll honesty. I'm gonna roll Rath, D8, and I'm gonna roll likable. So that'd be 3 D8s. Should be enough, right?
Full hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
Yep, that'll be enough.
Look at my growth pool go up.
Alright, so we cut from here to the prison yard.
Already in the yard? Nice.
Yep.
You're already playing b-ball.
They basically let you know that they've sent something to Rath. They'll probably get in the morning. You see while you're out there, there is a witches' coven you've got some problems with.
Oh, God.
Kiska Zakharov. We haven't really explored the problems you've had with the witches. How did you actually put it? Those are the new ones.
Witches like
clique.
witches and wizards that are like the Mean Girls.
Okay. Yeah, one in particular, like in the past, how have you and Kiska conflicted?
Just the fact that I haven't tried to like be that conforming, and I've always been the one like, no, I don't fucking need people's approval. Get the fuck out. And like, they've been like, oh no, you want us to be your fucking friends, right? You don't mess with the Mean Girls. And recently, I've been like, okay, maybe like now of all times, maybe I should make friends. Maybe I should try to be popular instead of this.
Yeah, so you kind of like are led into the prison yard at this point. You're looking around, and mostly what you're seeing are, just a variety of humans, dwarves, halflings, elves. If you like you stick out a little bit.
Is this a mixed gendered prison?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, so, people kept their own wings, but the actual, the yard itself. And you look over, and Kiska looks up and sort of sees you. The group of, like, she's with a group that seem to be kind of hanging on her. She's almost giving court. She says, Nystaya.
Hey, you got arrested too.
Turns out there's some things that, some types of magic that are not legal. I ought to say I thought I'd have seen you in here before now.
Yeah, well, I'm slippery like that, apparently.
So how'd you end up in here?
She's counting how many guardians there were in that bar. So yeah, I drugged a bunch of guardians and then knocked out like a dozen of them.
Kind of looks like you took on guardians.
Yep, that's how I roll.
Smiles and sort of comes up and like puts a hand on your shoulder, and she's like, "That is absolutely badass. We've been waiting for you to cut loose for so long. You finally got into your demon side. Let it cut loose."
Sure, yes, I have totally done that.
How long do you think you'll be in here for?
Well, the Guardians have a chip on their shoulder, and they have a lot of sway, I've been told, so... Can they do multiple life sentences? I don't know.
They can. Listen, you are going to need some friends here, just in case. You're sort of looking around. There's others who are sort of eyeing you. Because there are some people who are going to see, the ability to take down a demon as the kind of thing that gets them a lot of cred here. We know each other from outside.
I mean, now that I'm in prison, am I going to get in trouble for fighting more people?
Do you ask her that, or are you asking out of character?
She's saying that.
Yeah. She goes, it certainly doesn't look particularly good. It kind of depends on who you're fighting, and if you can prove who started it or not.
Okay. Good to know.
So she pulls out a small flask. Want to join us?
She looks over to, I'm guessing, where the other witches are,
Mm-hmm.
and thinks about it for a while, and is like, "Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right.
Come on,
They
let's
kind
go
of-
get prison tats." And then she, like, smile slightly.
And you head in the group of this is not your people normally,
Not at all.
but right now it's maybe one of the things you need.
Yeah.
Rath.
No people are her people.
Yeah. Rath. That next morning, someone I don't know if Samrio is also at the bar at this point.
I was gonna say I've been up probably half the night, researching, penal code and
Yep.
law books and stuff.
Yeah, you have an envoy brings you a note that Nystaya has asked you to be your counsel.
Well, I think I'm gonna need to stop out with the High Magistrates first and see if I can convince him to be the counsel.
Okay. Okay. You make your way to High Magistrate Werner. So while that's going on, Samrio, what are you doing?
I think I want to reach out to Eli.
Okay. And remind me, Eli.
Eli is a member of the Guardians. Wants me to leave the inn and work for the city. We're old friends, but he's also a vampire.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Let's hit Werner first.
Okay. And my goal is to convince him to be counsel.
Okay. He sort of turns as he's got like a whole bunch of stuff that he's working on. As you sort of come in, looks up and goes, "I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Thank you.
Looks like you got out of the trouble that you were in last night."
Yes, thank you for your visit yesterday. Someone on council is pushing hard. Mainly it's anti-demon sentiment. And our bar is unfortunately caught in the crossfire.
Okay, well, there are plenty of reasons people have to be suspicious about demons.
And beholders and banshees, and yet all of them, and I, walk the streets.
But very few of them are in charge of an institution such as the Demon's Ruins Inn.
That is true. Most of them just stick to underworld crime.
True. So there's a vendetta with someone on the council. City council? Council of Nystaya?
City councils.
Okay.
But yes, Nystaya, through many faults of her own, is currently in the crosshairs. And I was wondering, as a favor, if you would represent her.
So for this one, I'm going to go ahead, just because it's fairly busy. He knew you personally, which is why he came in for you. Let's roll a difficulty for this. Just, 2d8. So I have a 10 total.
Okay.
So yeah, so to try to talk him into it, if you want to make a roll.
Yeah, so I'm going to use... try and play up karma, because we're more than our pass. Nystaya, since I'm due to take care of her, since I got her older employer killed. At least I assume he's dead. And then I think I am taking advantage of, my connected aspect with him for this favor. So 2d8 and a d12.
That does it. Yes. I can help.
We've known people who have made poor decisions in the heat of the moment, and I would want her to pay for the rest of her unnaturally long life.
Yes.
For this one.
You'll owe me, but I can help. Shall we go talk to her?
Please.
Okay.
I'll make the introduction.
All right. So did you meet Eli at his home?
Yeah, I imagine like this is probably like close to dawn, so it's pretty late for a vampire.
Yeah, you knock on the door. Who is it?
Sam.
Sam, you may enter my domicile.
Fine. I shall enter your domicile. I go inside.
Okay, he's sort of laughing and having himself a drink. There's a
Yeah, it's
point
like
where
super gothic in here.
Yeah. He's having a drink, and there's a moment where it looks like wine, but then it just sticks a little too much to the side of the glass. He goes, so, you had yourself a night.
Oh, you've heard already.
Yeah, gets lost pretty quick. I mean, I knew we were there, but I didn't necessarily know you were going to beat the shit out of a whole bunch of Guardians.
Not me. I'm not beating the shit out of anybody, you know that.
This is not good for you, Sam.
Nothing's good for me today. Eli, why were there so many freaking Guardians at the bar tonight?
Why were there so many Guardians at the bar tonight? Tell me, what happened that might have brought so many Guardians to the bar?
Besides angsty demon girl kicking one of them, I can't think of any other reason.
Sam, you drugged, or she drugged, or someone drugged the Guardians who were sent to keep an eye on things to make sure more fights didn't break out.
That was just playful fun.
Playful fun!
Yes, it was playful fun. Eli, those Guardians at the bar tonight were total assholes.
And what happened to the total assholes?
They got their asses kicked for being assholes.
Okay, so they got their asses kicked for being assholes.
If they would have just watched and not like interjected themselves and talk about arresting everybody and roughing up the staff, it probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, was 4 Guardians falling asleep at the bar that big of a deal?
I'm gonna make a roll for him, probably to see like how much his loyalty to his job and how much you're able to sort of crack into it.
Okay.
I just got an 8, so.
Alright, I'll roll attention, and then I'll roll Eli. It's 2d6s, and I'll roll likable, which is a d8. That's an 8 with a d6 effect.
Okay, if you've got a plot point, you may want to spend one because you've matched it, but you haven't beat it.
So what if I had a plot point, what does that mean?
What you'll be able to do then is actually add in the d6, because the effect isn't going to be terribly important on this one.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Yeah, let you add that d6, you have a d4 effect.
Okay. So, oops. Gotta check them all. Alright, yeah, I'll do that. I'll spend a plot point and do that. So it'll be an 11.
Okay, just take... First of all, you have to realize you drugged a bunch of Guardians. That's a big deal. People get
Why,
sent to
though?
work
People
camps
pass
for
out at the bar all the time.
pass out at the bar all the time. You're just saying there's no difference between someone drinking so much that they go unconscious and someone who's been drugged by the staff.
Well, I mean, drugged is such a harsh word.
Sam, I can't help you if you're not going to take this seriously. You're in trouble. This is not good.
Eli, look, I'm just wondering, take Nystaya out of the equation. Why is there so much freaking heat on the bar right now?
There wouldn't have been nearly as much heat if a Guardian hadn't have been attacked.
But why is there any heat in the first place?
Because you have fights there. You got to admit there are some problems, and yeah, there may be people after it. But look, oh god,
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
this is important. Before I say this, you weren't here. We didn't talk.
Okay. You know me.
Yeah, Sam. You said they were roughing people up.
Yeah.
If you can prove that, and it's not going to be easy, you could turn it into a self-defense thing for Nystaya. That's probably about the only chance you've got right now, is to convince them that she didn't start it. That she was protecting herself from guardians who are going out of control.
But is that just a matter of my word versus theirs?
Unless you've got something else, yeah. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I don't see a lot of other ways out of this. You might find something, but
Maybe one of the patrons saw.
maybe.
I could use them as backup. Look,
I'd
Eli,
offer-
this is like one of the reasons that I never took up your offer to work for the city. Because I don't want to be like them.
They're not all like that, Sam.
I know you're not like that, Eli, but those that were at the bar tonight were out of fucking control.
Those who were at the bar tonight were also pissed because one of their own had been assaulted, and then others had been poisoned.
Well, Nystaya had already given herself up and confessed before they even started roughing her up.
Yeah, just like I said, that's the best. The best thing I can see is you can get it maybe dismissed if you can convince somebody of that. I'm not a legal expert when it comes to the court stuff, but it wouldn't look good.
Fine. I'll take your advice. I'll try to find somebody. And I could smell that blood you're drinking.
You want some?
No. And it smells like elf blood. Think you can afford more than that on a city salary, huh?
I can afford more, but I don't get any more. Like it's. Well, I'll treat myself on occasion, but it's not halfling blood.
Yeah, it's definitely not halfling blood. Still got that bottle of unicorn blood at the bar nobody's ever touched.
Yeah, because just one, it's way too much.
Yeah. Well, look, Eli, don't be a stranger. I realize it's getting late.
I won't. Be careful. It's a shame you were never here.
Still need to find out how the hell you became a vampire in the first place.
Well, when a daddy vampire and a mommy vampire decide they want to bite somebody.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Usually
Good
it's a
luck.
voluntary versus involuntary thing, but I'll catch you later, Eli.
Good luck, Sam.
Yep, I'll walk out.
All right. Rath and Werner and Lexa. We cut to the three of you in a meeting room.
Yeah, I assume a small little meeting room.
Okay.
So I appreciate Nystaya, I appreciate the call, but I am not an expert in law. However, this is High Magistrate Werner. He is a cleric of Tyr and is taking time out of his duties as judge on one of the high courts as a favor to me to help you.
Hi. I've never been good with introductions.
Because he's sort of looking over, and he's also got like a little it's a small chip of a crystal off the one where you can kind of get your confession. He goes, well, the confession doesn't look good. Neither does the information that they've got. They've got you for assault. They've got you for assault against guardians. They've got you for more assault against guardians. They've got you for poisoning a group of guardians. You're in some trouble.
Are we off the record right now?
I am your counsel, so I am not able to tell them anything unless you are considering doing another crime.
Cool. She looks at Rath and says, "Listen, I've been told that doing good things is the right thing and you get rewarded for it, but I've just done some good things and I've just been shat on. What's that about?"
I guess it depends if you're responsible for both the bad things and the good thing. I believe the concept would be called sacrifice.
Yeah, that was it. I sacrificed myself to get Samrio and you out of the shit that I caused, and trying to... Yeah, never mind the third bit. But yeah, I tried to do the good thing, and now I'm here.
That is certainly and I'm looking over at Werner. I'm like, is there any way we can call in a character witness?
Well, what do you have character-wise that might exonerate her?
Oh, I was totally... Okay, I met some friends. Not really friends yet. Don't say I called them friends. They're too cool for that. But they said something about I could maybe get a reduced sentence if I did like a plea deal or something.
Well, you have a confession, which means pleading might be possible, but with a confession, they don't necessarily need one.
But like, what I'm saying is like maybe. So I did a good thing. So maybe surely that would like lighten my infinity sentence or whatever.
Well, on the one hand, the fact that you were waiting to surrender when they showed up, and the fact that you admitted to what you did is going to work in your favor. However, there's a mountain of things on the other side that are not.
Are there other things I could do to lighten it, like take goodness classes? That those a thing?
Goodness class, yeah. There's classes on ethics, but that
an angel, are you not?
Wait, what did you just say?
I said you are currently dating an angel, are you not?
Yeah, her face turns a very deep shade of blue, and she's like, "I don't know, I don't know what you." Listen, we're not really dating.
Is that something you're afraid to put on the record?
I mean,
we're not Facebook official.
Okay, you can. Okay, listen, I wanted to come.
Certainly, he saw something good in you.
I wanted to come to someone for a relationship. I have terrible parental figures around me. You guys are the worst, by the way. I need like a proper mom or something. But yeah, I wanted to come to advice or something. And do not tell my stepdad that I have a thing for an angel. He will go through the fucking. He will ground me for infinity, which is worse than being in prison. But yeah, I was trying to impress him and that's partly why I handed myself in, because angels like benevolent deeds, right? That's
so. If you, and I'm sure that will work in your favor with him. But if you confessed, what did they say that made you beat them up?
Oh, they said I was resisting arrest before, and then I was like, look, if you're gonna try and like use this as an excuse to just beat me up, can I at least actually resist arrest? And they were like, sure, and so I resisted arrest.
I look over to Burner like, is there anything you can use in that?
Well, that doesn't look good. The problems we're going to have is be able to prove that.
I mean, there are. Okay, so I. Oh, actually, I probably beat the record up and. Okay, yeah. So the upper half of the inn, whenever I get like do stuff like that, they love to watch and make bets and stuff. So I'm sure a bunch of them saw it, and I'm sure some of them are at least some sort of good or some sort of trustworthy. Like there's probably maybe a paladin or so up there that aren't to do with evil lawful.
I mean, there was the paladin reading the riot act as he was healing them.
A paladin speaking on your behalf would go a long way.
He was, if I recall, he was talking to each of them as he healed them for their actions prior to Nystaya beating them up.
Self-defense. We'll call it self-defense. That sounds better.
To be honest, that's the only thing I've heard so far that might help you. If they were going to attack you anyway, and you decided you were going to surrender, but you didn't want to get the crap kicked out of you, we have a paladin who can attest to that, swear on that by their god. It's about as open and shut as it can get. There's still the matter of the fact that you
did all the other things.
Yes.
But I can take what did you call it? Bethics? Gethics?
Ethics?
Yeah, I can take goodness classes or like I don't know, wear like a magical leash that stops me from leaving the inn or something for a while. I've heard so many things about the like house arrest or like
he turns to Rath and goes
like it wouldn't be heard of for her to serve in a temple as penance.
Oh god, no, I'd rather be here. Please.
Yeah, a demon serving in a temple as penance is
Listen, I don't even know the names of the gods. That's how much of a demon I am.
He goes, we want to talk to the paladin. We want to talk to anybody else who saw it. We want to talk to people who know you. Those will help. But there's still the fact that you admitted that you have poisoned the guards with sleeping potion.
Stuff. Yeah, and I did kick the girl, that woman. Was it a woman that kicked them out of the street that one time?
This is what confuses me. I've known some demons in my time. I haven't known them to be as compulsively honest as you seem to be.
Listen. Well, once it's out the bag, and I'm trying to be good. Oh god, that feels so weird. Listen, I'm just trying. Okay, she points at Rath. If you fucking say a word of this out of this room, I will go full chaotic evil on you. I'm trying to impress a boy.
The angel.
Yeah, and he's good, and so I feel like if I try to do good things, like be honest for once, it might help.
Well, it hasn't.
Good. I should just be fuck it.
It's caused some problems. Let's see what we can do, but right now, if we can get people to talk about what happened beforehand, that may take care of that. Actually, getting everything else, that's a problem.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I should just fucking just keep my mouth shut.
But you are doing the right thing.
I am, and it doesn't seem to be helping at all. I should just... Yeah.
Well, Samrio and I aren't in prison, so it's helped a little.
Yeah, and I guess you did bring this... Sorry, I've forgotten your name. This guy here.
Werner.
yeah, he's influential, I guess. So thank you. But none of that would have. Yeah, it's confusing.
Because I'll look over this. I'll see who I can track down. I'll talk to you shortly. So yeah, if you two need a moment. See, I also didn't know if Rath, if you wanted to do some stress relief.
Yeah, I didn't actually know. I didn't actually think of that.
Because it sounded like some of the stuff earlier that you were talking to her about could kind of help defuse the angry or insecure.
She certainly has done the right thing. Even if she doesn't believe that right now, maybe I can convince her of that. So if you could roll your stress dice.
Cool, D12,
Both of them.
D8. Yep. Oh, 11, 14.
You were supposed to roll low.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be on Karma, Nystaya, D8. None of my... I think I'll roll my guilty die anyways, just because it's a D4 though. It's not going to help. Did you keep those dice? Oh, I get it. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Not very helpful.
Cool.
I'm just that creepy old man, apparently.
You gave me D12 insecure, right? So I should add that to my growth pool, by the way, earlier.
What?
Because I was given the D12 insecure this session, I should add that to my growth pool, right?
Yeah, that'll end up on there, and then those will drop by one.
Yes.
And we're probably in a pretty good spot to call it a little bit early for today, but we're getting towards 1.
Do you know if Lloyd's going to make next Sunday?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know when he was flying back.
I think he said he was out for 2 weeks.
When you do talk to him, see if you can figure out when he's actually going to be in Michigan and have him, text me.
Yeah. Well, he's in Illinois now, and it was supposed to, we had talked a little bit about him coming down like on Sunday.
Well, I mean, he's in Schaumburg, so I've been to that convention a couple times.
He's a dirty, dirty war gamer now.
Yep. Filthy heathen.
Yep. Oh, Lex, that reminds me. Mikey, who we played Wield with, actually was in here on Thursday.
Oh, cool.
On his way out to a gig in Kansas City.
Nice.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah. Anybody have growth they want to do, or rewriting challenge stuff?
I have 2 rewrites I need to do. So I'm gonna think about it. I'll think about it for next
And
session.
I want to think about what I want to do for my growth.
Okay. Well, cool. Y'all caused a whole bunch of troubles.
We did.
That was fun. Yeah, I was like, well, we can have these kind of things happen. Nope, we're gonna beat the shit out of a whole bunch of Guardians, and we're gonna. That's when Smallville works best. It just sort of people make things happen.
Self-flow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just if you need Samrio to get in trouble, just get him drunk, and then he'll be a smartass to everybody.
I was so glad when you're just like, no, I think maybe it's okay if they heard. I'm like, that'll be awesome.
Oh, cool.
Hey, so if you want to make a note, if you want to take down your step down each of your stress by 1, put your highest stress in your growth pool, and then step the other ones down by 1. Maybe make a note that you did it on the 31st.
Also, I did my. Okay, so I challenged 2 things,
Mhm.
and they're already at a D4.
So at this point, you have to change the description.
But each of the ones you challenge, you put a single growth die for that into your growth pool.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got the 2D4. Cool.
Cool. Well, that was fun.
It was good.
And
I need to head off, so
Okay.
I'll catch y'all later.
Talk to you
take
next
care.
week.
Bye.